Hey everybody, I'm Marty Stowe, and welcome back to My Front Porch. This is the place I love to tell stories from history that you've never heard about that often leave us with very profound messages. Today I'm going to take you back to May 19th, 1967, the height of the Vietnam War. Patrolling in the South China Sea was the USS Kitty Hawk, one of the largest aircraft carriers in the naval arsenal. It was so big it held 5,600 crew, 70 planes, and had 11 floors to the aircraft carrier. Well, that day, Captain Charlie Plum was swaggering across the flight deck with his other fighter pilots. Now you have to understand, Charlie Plum was Maverick before there was a Maverick. And as he swaggered across the flight deck, there were dozens of planes being worked on for that mission that day, hundreds of sailors. But these top gunners never saw him. Their feeling was, hey, we're naval pilots. They're kind of just sailors. Well, unfortunately, later that day, Captain Charlie Plum was shot down over North Vietnam. He parachuted down, landed in a rice paddy, was quickly captured, beaten, and put into the infamous POW camp, the Hanoi Hilton, where he stayed for the next 6 years of his life until he was freed. 20 years later, in Seattle, Washington, Charlie Plum was having dinner with his wife, just about finished, and he noticed a man about his age coming across the dining room staring at him. Got right next to Charlie Plum and said, "You're Captain Plum. You flew off the USS Kitty Hawk. You got shot down and you were at a POW camp." Well, Charlie Plum sat back and he was aghast. He was, "I don't know how you know me. I have no idea who you are." The man said, "You probably don't. I was the sailor that packed your parachute for that mission." Awkward silence. The old sailor finally said, "Well, I guess the parachute worked." And they departed ways. Well, that car ride home and many, many sleepless nights, Charlie Plum could not believe the many times he walked across, never once saying hello to the crew, never saying hi, never thanking the members that were working on his jet. He tried to imagine what this sailor looked like 20 years ago. And furthermore, he imagined, while he's swaggering across the flight deck, being Maverick, 10 floors below the flight deck was a sailor in a dark room, no windows, carefully folding every crease of that silk parachute, carefully weaving every shroud, so in the event that that parachute needed to open, it would open flawlessly. Charlie was so taken back by this, he became a speaker, and a very famous keynote speaker, with a singular message. Do you know who packs your parachute? I'll tell you about me. I know who packs my parachute. Growing up, my mom and dad and brother. Throughout my life, my wife and children. And in my business career, the many great business leaders that took me under their wings to mentor me. I know who packed my parachute. I suggest for you, think hard about who is packing your parachute and thank them. Thank you for joining me on My Front Porch. I hope this message about gratitude resonated with you, and if it did, please share it online. And we'll see you soon at our next episode. Bye-bye.